Well, everyone, it's time for us to go ahead and compare the AirPods Pro 2 second generation, or the AirPods Pro 2s, against the original AirPods and see which specific models are the better ones for you. Now, I will definitely tell you, if you have the money, going to the AirPods Pro 2s are definitely the better options. I mean, these things have a ton of capability within them. I'm super content with these types of, headphones, and if you're in the market, you can't really go wrong with these. But if you own the original AirPods and you are super content with them, it may make more sense to go and keep those AirPods. And the main reason for that is if you're somebody like me who, your ear holes are a little bit different, meaning that maybe you have like smaller ear holes compared to some other people out there, well then it may give you a little bit of like uncomfortable experience on the AirPods Pro 2s. It's not a big deal, but it is one of those things that I've constantly seen and constantly run into, and it is kind of an annoying thing. It's not a big deal, but it is one of those things to keep in mind. I like the ability you can customize those ear tips, but they just don't fit that well in my ear. Even the AirPods 3s don't fit in my ears that well either. So definitely keep that in mind. Not a crazy big deal, but it is one of those things to keep in mind. Now on the exterior, the AirPods, the original ones, basically had the standard casing. We didn't have like wireless charging on these cases or MagSafe or anything like that, but it was still, a good pair of AirPods. We had the standard, flip case. We had a lightning port at the bottom, and we had a little reset button on the back, which was really cool, and I was really content with it. On the AirPods Pro 2s, on the other hand, these specific AirPods have a lot more, going for them. So you have the same type of flipping case, but these are bigger AirPods. So definitely keep that in mind. Now we also have the lightning port at the bottom. We also have a speaker set on the bottom of these specific AirPods as well. So these are basically made for like if you're trying to find your AirPods or they're missing or whatever, well, you can go and find them there. And that is another cool thing. I mean, that's like a super awesome feature. They also have the little lanyard loop on the side. So you can go ahead and, stick up a lanyard if you want to, which is really cool in and of itself. And you can also go ahead and put an engraving on it, an emoji, different things like that, which is so cool. And you have the same reset button on the back too. So there's honestly more similarity than differences. Like they have the same type of styling, but obviously the Pro 2s have way more features. And, you're definitely getting some cool features if you're upgrading to the AirPods Pro 2s. But when it comes down to the availability and the price tags, the original AirPods really aren't available anymore. The AirPods 2s, which are almost identically the same thing as the original AirPods, you do have that type of capability. You can go and buy those, for $129 brand new. The original AirPods, you can probably find them in a used market. Maybe some people bought them and maybe sold them for less than $100. But the AirPods Pro 2s are selling for $249. So that is another difference. It's not a big deal, but you were definitely spending more money on the AirPods Pro 2s than on the AirPods second generation. So definitely keep that in mind as well. Now, with the features between them, for one, the ear tips are completely different. So, the AirPods, the original ones, they basically come in a one size fits all. So either they fit in your ear or they don't. And personally, I never really met too many people who complain about those ear tips. They fit in your ear very well, and personally, that also, worked for me very well as well. With the AirPods Pro 2s, these actually come with customizable ear tips. So you can go ahead and customize those ear tips if you want to. That is a really cool thing, and that's not something that a lot of headphones that Apple sells have that type of capability. I mean, they only save them for the Pro 2s. The standard AirPods 3s and the AirPods 2s don't have those type of features either. But I never really liked those ear tips. They just don't fit in my ear that well. But they do give you a much better audio quality experience, which is so nice, but they never really fit well in my ear. So that's kind of one thing to keep in mind. Now, in terms of the features built within the AirPods Pro 2s, you have things like active noise cancellation, you have adaptive transparency mode, which is really cool, and you also have things like personalized spatial audio with dynamic head tracking, and you even have sweat and water resistance on the AirPods Pros. With the original AirPods, you don't really have that type of capability, which is kind of okay. It's not really that big of a deal to me. It is something that is nice, so if you have that type of capability, it's cool. But if you're somebody like me, I mean, I'm not really working out with headphones. I don't really, sweat that much. I sweat a lot, but I don't sweat that much if I'm wearing headphones anyway. Like, I don't really usually put them in my ear anyways. So it's not really that big of a deal. But with the AirPods Pro 2s, you do have an overall better experience with way more like flagship type features. I mean, having that type of capability is awesome, and personally, I like having that type of capability at the end of the day. If you're comparing, AirPods 3s to the AirPods Pro 2s, there's a little bit more overlap, but beyond that, AirPods 2s, in my opinion, have a ton of capability over the original AirPods for sure. Now, you also have things like the H2 chip inside, you have Hey Siri support, but you also have better battery life on the AirPods Pro 2s over the original AirPods as well. So that is another thing to keep in mind. Like, it just keeps getting better and better. And between these two, I just think it makes so much more sense to go ahead and pick up a pair of AirPods Pro 2s over the original AirPods if you're willing to upgrade and if you have that type of capability and if you have the funds to do so. But beyond that, I don't really think it's like a crazy big deal. I think the AirPods Pro 2s are great, but the original AirPods, like I still use my original AirPods more than my AirPods Pro 1s because they just don't fit in my ear that well. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you guys have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.